All right, we're here with Chuck Shearns from Chuck Shearns Boxing, and a very special event happening on August 4th at Polar Park. And, Chuck, this is the Punch-Out at Polar Park. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the first outdoor boxing event in the city's history. Is that right?
As far as we know, certainly with the professionals, not the amateurs, but as our research has shown, yeah, it's the first outdoor professional.
That's incredible. And boxing at Polar Park, too. That sounds pretty amazing. How did that work out?
It's something that my partner, Kendrick Ball from Camp Get Right in Worcester, from the time they started building that park, he was like, we got to do a show there. We got to do a show there. And I was like, yeah, kind of whatever. and then this year, he started with some meetings with the city and with Polar Park, and it all came together. And, I mean, the city's been supporting us. Polar Park's been supporting us. It's a lot of work, but it's been a great experience so far.
Well, it's definitely a unique experience, and a fact that I think is very cool. Kendrick Ball was actually involved in building the park. Is that right?
Yeah. Kendrick Ball Jr. was working, and he's in the laborers union, and he spent a lot of time building that park, and here we are, however many years later, and he's the main event.
That's fantastic. That's such an awesome story. Now, who's he taking on in the main event?
He's fighting a guy from Texas who's had, I think, north of 50 fights. The type of guy that's kind of been in with everybody. He's going to test Kendrick, so it's going to be competitive.
Great. And then there's a few other bouts before that, right?
Yeah, we have 9 bouts altogether. A really good mixed mic of New England guys. We've got guys or gals flying in from other countries. We've got Neil Sullivan fighting, who's a Worcester police officer. We have Melanie Costa, who's a Norton police officer. And then we've got a heavyweight fight, which is a 7-0 guy from Providence fighting a 6-1 guy from Pittsfield. That one's going to be fun. So
yeah.
we've got some really good, intriguing matches.
And another great thing about this is that there's a charity angle to it, and that is with the Woo Sox Foundation. And you have asked them to donate to a particular charity you guys support.
We did. So we're making a donation to the Woo Sox on behalf of our sponsors who, we couldn't do that. We couldn't do this without them. So, yeah, it's going to go to the Woo Sox Foundation. We have asked them to kind of divvy that up to mental health organizations in the city. That was our choice.
That's awesome. Now, how can people get tickets for this?
PolarPark.com or PolarPark.com/boxing. The Camp Get Right has them for sale. All the fighters have them. Yeah, we're looking for a big turnout, and Central Mass too, not just Worcester, Mike. We got the surrounding towns. We want this to be the place to be in Central Mass.
And Camp Get Right, they do a lot of great stuff with the community too, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of kids in that gym. There's a lot of good stories that I could go on forever about with kids at Camp Get Right, Kendrick, some of the other trainers in there, and I'd be remiss if I didn't say the amateur portion of the show is to honor Carlos Garcia, who probably everybody knows ran the boxing program at the Boys and Girls Club for many, many years.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna honor Carlos.
Nice. And finally, so I'm just curious, where's the ring going to be set up in the park?
The ring is going to be kind of between home plate in the beginning of the stands. We are not allowed on the infield. The infield is sacred ground.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got chairs on the field. I believe those are sold out. I believe the ringside on the field is sold out. Yeah, and then we'll be in the stands. I mean, anybody's been to Polar Park. I mean, the venue is amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Well, I'm very excited about this. It's such a unique experience for Polar Park, and I know that they're going out of their way to try to provide more than just baseball for the community, and this is just another one of these really great events that they're putting on. So, Chuck, thank you so much for speaking with us today, and it's August 4th. It's coming up here at Polar Park. It's the Punch-Out at Polar Park. Thanks a lot, Chuck.
Yep. Thanks, Mike.